Next up, we have comedian, writer, and the former host of The Daily Show to introduce the finalists for the 2023 National Book Award for Nonfiction and panel chair, Ada Ferrer. Here is the voice of Mr. Trevor Noah.
Fiction demands rigorous curiosity for character, for place, for new and different perspectives. The finalists for the 2023 National Book Award for Fiction illuminate the interior lives of their characters, from prisoners fighting to the death on reality television, to Black Muslims defining and redefining their faith in contemporary America, to multiple generations of a mixed-race fishing community. Whether from the shores of remote islands or the tundras of Scandinavia, these stories interrogate love and hate, dedication and defiance, and the reclamation and reinvention of our shared histories. The panel chair for this year's National Book Award for Fiction is Matt Johnson, the Philip H. Knight Chair of Humanities at the University of Oregon and author of Invisible Things.
Thank you, everyone. Good evening. And thank you to Ruth and Madeline and everyone at the National Book Award Foundation for all the work you do and for putting on tonight's event. So, a few weeks ago, I was in northern Florida doing a book event at a retirement community with a lot of well-read people in the audience. And one of them, I was expecting questions about the book, but one of them asked me, "What is the most interesting, rewarding thing you have done this year?" And without hesitating, I replied, well, serving as on the jury for the National Book Award in Nonfiction. It has been an awe-inspiring experience. It didn't matter that it was so much work, that getting from 638 very uniquely distinctive books to one winner tonight seemed impossible at many points. It didn't even matter that some of us on the jury were dreaming about books night after night. It was awe-inspiring for two reasons. One was the judges I got to serve with, and the other reason is the books themselves. So I had the privilege and the pleasure to work closely with four brilliant, thoughtful, and generous colleagues: Hanif Abudurraqib, who could not be here tonight but is here with us in spirit, James Fugate, Sarah Scholman, and Sonia Shaw. Starting in May, we read and read, we zoomed and talked, always returning to the criteria that we established at the outset of what we were looking for in these books. And we decided that we wanted works that matter in any of the multiple ways that books can matter. We were looking for writing that is beautiful, again, in any of the many ways that writing can be beautiful. Books that were interesting in form or original in their approach to a topic, and ultimately work that surprises when you read it. We read so many books that impressed us and moved us. Fascinating, exquisite books that we are so glad are out in the world. I speak on behalf of the panel when I congratulate everyone who had a book nominated this year. But as you all know, we had to get from 638 to 10, then to 5, and tonight to 1. The finalists for the 2023 National Book Award for Nonfiction are Ned Blackhawk, The Rediscovery of America, Native Peoples and the Unmaking of U.S. History by Yale University Press, Cristina Rivera Garza, Liliana's Invincible Summer, A Sister's Search for Justice by Hogarth Penguin Random House, Christina Sharp, Ordinary Notes, Farrar, Straus, and Giroux Macmillan Publishers, Raja Shayadi, We Could Have Been Friends, My Father and I, a Palestinian memoir by Other Press, And finally, John Valiant, Fire Weather, a true story from a hotter world. Knopf Penguin Random House. And this year's National Book Award for Nonfiction goes to Ned Blackhawk, The Rediscovery of America.
It may take me a minute or two to collect myself. What an extraordinary evening and 2 days the past experience has been. I really am extraordinarily humbled by this recognition. And I'm also deeply appreciative of the spirit of generosity, the kind of collaborative support, and the really intense kind of solidarity that all of the finalists have displayed over the past 2 days. It's a real honor to be part of this National Book Award family, and I'll cherish this experience for a very, very long time. So thank you so very much for this incredible recognition. I'm thrilled beyond words to accept the National Book Award. This book, which I have a copy of someplace, was a very long time in the making. And I really can't even begin to identify its precise origins. It's conceivable they started at a time when I may not have even known that I would someday become a historian. When I, too, went to public libraries and encountered the beauty of the vast world of books. Or perhaps it was from my dear mother, who is watching, who was also an English teacher. I'm indebted to so many who helped in this process and in the book's conceptualization, its formulation, and its production. Most notably, my brilliant partner, Maggie Blackhawk. Maggie, your sustained nurture and support have been so transformative. Your matchless command over federal Indian law and constitutional inquiry have also been quite helpful, making the second half of this book in particular possible. We've survived several moves, a global pandemic, and a three-year-old tornado named Evan Aaron Blackhawk. Among many challenges, words cannot convey how grateful I remain for all that you do. The team at Yale University Press has been wonderful. From the moment we envisioned a series on American Indians and modernity to the development of this most recent volume, Christopher Rogers, Adina Burke, Brenda King, and John Donatich have been supportive and offered the highest forms of professionalism at every stage. Thank you. Many close friends, family, and colleagues have also helped. What is the saying? They know who they are. My dear friends, Aaron and Marianne Birdbear from Madison, Wisconsin, merit particular recognition. They have been with us, and we have been with them. A small team of former students helped in essential ways, securing permissions for images, helping with the maps that I'm very proud of in this book. The end maps of the front and the front maps and the end maps both kind of convey the sense and argumentation of the book as a whole. They show the pre-contact or pre-removal locations of the native nations of the United States at the time of European arrival. The end map shows the contemporary state and federally recognized tribes of native nations across the contiguous United States. You can find them all in 2 maps. So a small team of former students helped in that process, offering much needed assistance along the way. In the space of profound gratitude, I'd like to close with a bit of an invitation that may not be super evident from the book's formal introduction or its acknowledgments. The subject of American Indian history, while often simultaneously unfamiliar and discomforting, is also a shared experience that touches us all. The currents of the past run deep and inform the topography of the present, a theme that we've seen throughout the work of so many finalists this year. Native America is also a form of our national inheritance. We cannot nor should not continue its systematic erasure. Moreover, it is a rich and vibrant field that provides uncommon and uncommonly beautiful insights. By example, it is difficult to convey how beleaguered, impoverished, and generally marginalized Native nations have often been in contemporary America. A, quote, ignorant and dependent race, as the Supreme Court once maintained. Related, it is similarly difficult to convey how astute, capable, and at times successful Native nations and their citizens have been in achieving secured protections of their lands, resources, and sovereign authority. This is a field and subject, in short, that can be both inviting and rewarding, despite the potential unfamiliarity and discomfort that may accompany one through their initial steps. To know and walk this land, to feel and understand its past, and to do so as best that we can, guided by the voices of Indigenous peoples, past and present. These must become essential attributes of American historical inquiry, guiding heuristics, guiding philosophies, open to all. Thank you so very much again.
Congratulations, Ned. Well, here we are. Finally, we have the singer, songwriter, and the founder of Service 95 to introduce the finalists for the 2023